Group 7 conducted an interview with Michael Randolph, who is the Vice President and General Manager of the tablet plant of Par Pharmaceutical in Huntsville, Alabama. That is the third largest generic drug maker in the United States. The interview focused in on his leadership style, which included things such as problem solving, collaboration, emotional intelligence, and diversity, just to name a few.
It's not important at all. No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay. So it's this what they call emotional intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And listen. I know what I am. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. Right? I'm pretty aware of my blind spots. I am, from a Myers-Briggs perspective, I'm an ESTJ, right? Which makes me, I'm in that one of those quadrants, right? A lot of the leaders are in one of those four quadrants, if you're familiar with Myers-Briggs, if you've ever taken the type indicator. I've taken it several times. I'm either an ENTJ or an ESTJ. So and I'm a very strong E, right? So I'm not going to go through all of them, but what that means is that I'm a person that I just want the facts, and it is exactly who I am. Every one of these I've ever read, it's really accurate in my estimation. And when I read it about myself, I'm like, wow, like God wrote this about me. Like he knew this was me, right? And that's who I am. And they're good things. There's no there's no perfect indicator. There's no perfect type. And so with me, one of the things I'm really good at, I can make a quick decision. That's a strength. So someone like me in a critical situation, it's great that I can make a decision. I'm not going to sit there and wonder what to do, and especially in like a crisis situation, I'm going to act because that's my nature, all right? The problem with me is that, in my type, is that I can make too quick of a decision. So, if I'm going to make an important decision, I need to really run that by my team, and I always do that anyway, and vet that a little bit, because people with different, different personality types bring different things to the table. Some people are very analytical and they like to think things over a lot. And that's good because they may slow me down from making a bad decision. So the more variety and diversity of those types that you get, and when I think about types, I don't necessarily think about race and sex and and all that type of thing, but just really the difference. I mean, that plays into it obviously, but it's really about just different personality types and what they bring to the table. So I think that's important. Almost done. When it comes to problem solving, I see a lot of people like to let great get in the way of good. Hey, let's build a mousetrap. And someone has, in the first or second effort, they've got a device that'll catch a mouse 80% of the time. And yet they won't pull the trigger to implement it because they're waiting, they're looking for 100%, or they're this analysis paralysis. And there are a lot of people, not a lot of people, there are a fair number of people that are like that. And I think that you need to sometimes just implement something that's a vast improvement and get the benefits of it, and then you can make it better tomorrow, but get the benefits of it today. And one of my personal favorites, I like to have fun at work. I think if you want to retain people, my management team is intact from a year. I haven't lost one person. I think if you see somebody that's losing people in their area, usually it's an indication there's a problem with the leader. If you have people that are leaving an area, it's usually not the area, it's usually the leader. And my management team's intact. I haven't lost one person in the time that I've been here. So, that's kind of my last, what I call my operational principle. Recognize good performance, but deal with poor performers. That's a hard thing for some to do. It's easy to give people raises and money and glory and recognition and praise, and it's difficult to deal with difficult employees or poor performers. But it's, as a manager, when you take over an area, like I was here, I was new a year ago, I was new here, and when I take over, if there's a poor performer, what I found and what you'll read in the literature is everyone knows it. And they want to know, are you going to do something about it? Are you the guy that's going to take care of X, Susie or Joe or whatever? And it's not easy and it's not fun, but it's a requirement of the job. And so you have to do what you have to do.